It's 12:54 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am Pavi G, your host. Welcome to War Notes. And today we're going to talk about what's really flying over our skies: UFOs, drones, or something more dangerous. Evidence of government cover ups, shocking footage of missiles bouncing off unidentified orbs, and what this means for you, our safety, and democracy. If you want cold, clear info, you won't get on mainstream media. Stay with me, subscribe, and share with the people who need the truth. Again, I welcome you all for being here. Good afternoon and good evening, depending on where you are located across the globe. And welcome here to War Notes, where we hold right here, I do here, the best of my ability, your source for truth, right? Straight, sharp, and open. I've got urgent stories to share about what's happening above us, things flying in the sky that most folks don't want to talk about. These are not science fiction tall tales. No. These are recent disclosures, videos, whistleblowers are forcing questions that demand answers right now. So here's the deal. In a U.S. congressional hearing, video was shown of a U.S. MQ-9 Reaper drone firing a Hellfire missile at a glowing orb off the coast of Yemen. This was October 2024. Now, the missile hits, but the orb is unharmed. It continues in flight. Check this out. Veteran UFO and UAP investigators warn that many of these anomalous phenomena are being kept from the public. The U.S. government's All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, also known as the AARO, was set up in 2022, but many details remain classified. Now, let me tell you what the government isn't telling you. This is the problem that we have with transparency. Whistleblowers say that there is a backlog of footage, reports, sensor data that have not, that again, I repeat, that have not been made public. Some say that the government uses, quote, national security, end quote, to justify withholding this information from us. Military veterans recount experiences of electronic interference, craft that move too fast, make impossible maneuvers. These are often dismissed or explained away without full investigation. Now, let me tell you what the potential threats are to the U.S. right now and our global safety as people. Listen up now. If missiles bounce off of unidentified orbs, what does that say about defense technology? I ask. If there exist aerial objects beyond our detection or ability to counter, nations' airspace, critical infrastructure could be exposed, correct? Drones, UFOs, unknown aircraft flying at low altitude or in restricted airspace. These are not just curiosity, folks. My radio listeners, listen clear. They could be surveillance, testing, or even something worse. Now, let me tell you about some similar incidents real quick. In India's Uttar Pradesh, villagers reported 4 to 5 glowing drone-like objects hovering in the night sky for hours. Lights too bright, objects moving slowly, causing severe panic. Local law enforcement claims no immediate threat, but investigations are ongoing. China allegedly engaged in an event where a glowing object was destroyed or claimed to be in the sky. Some say it was an asteroid. Others say it was a UFO. Now, Chinese space and planetary defense programs are increasing activity, which raises global arms and radar concerns. Now, folks, my radio listeners that are listening right now, family, I know this sounds wild, man, but listen, when the military shows a missile bouncing off something, when the government says that they have footage but won't share it, when people see lights in the sky and are told to hush, hush, it's not just fringe. It's serious. It demands our attention, both you and I and everybody else who can receive the information. Let's stay awake. Let's demand transparency. If this resonates, I need you right now, if you're able to, please subscribe and share it with anybody else who you think needs to know the truth. I think everybody needs to know the truth, but my voice cannot be passed to everyone. Now, truth grows stronger, louder when we don't stand silent. Now, how does this affect us right now today here in the United States? National security and civil rights. With unknown objects in the airspace, what are the protocols? Are civil liberties being bypassed in the name of security? Quote, end quote. Are there drone laws that infringe on privacy, I ask? Should we trust in the government? These kinds of events erode public trust. If people believe something is being hidden, suspicion will rise. And this is not good for democracy, right? This spurs investment in detection systems, radar, satellite surveillance. That's taxpayer money right there. We deserve to know where it's going and who it's serving. What is the psychological impact of all of this on all of us? Well, there's a lot of people suffering from fear, uncertainty, and these affect mental health, as we know. In already stressed communities, Black and Latino families are often last to get assurance or resources when new threats do emerge. Now, I invite you all, if you want clarity, if you want truth, help push for it. Make sure that you're reading government reports. Make sure that you're comparing this news broadcast with another news broadcast. And make sure that you're checking your resources. Support transparency efforts. Make sure that you're only listening to information that you know in your heart is factual. You know that there's no wishy-washy to it. Take your time and write to your representatives if you can. Also, if you've seen something unusual overhead, lights, drones, or orbs, document it safely. Report it if you can, or just document it for the future, for our children, for our grandchildren, so they can know that we weren't going nuts. And remember, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do it now if you can. Share this broadcast, if you will, with someone who needs a calm voice in chaotic times. 1,000 voices strong starts with you. We are close. We're moving in close and inching deeper to, I believe, 342 subscribers soon. So we're trying to get there. And I thank you all for those of you who have been here sticking it through. And I thank you all for the newcomers. If you're new here, make sure you press the subscribe button. You may not want to listen to every episode, but one episode might provide you with some information that could be life-changing. Now, thank you for joining me. I am Paviel G, your host. If you can't pronounce Paviel, just go ahead and call me Pavi for short. It's no problem. We've seen what is being hidden, what we need to demand, and what's at stake if we ignore the skies above. Now, stay alert, stay peaceful. And I ask each and every one of you all to stay informed, protect your families, because knowledge is protection. Make sure you read, and become more and more knowledgeable. And until next time, this is your host again. I'm signing off. Peace and blessings to everywhere. And may whatever is flying overhead be made clear so we may all sleep safe at night. Thank you. You all have a wonderful and blessed day.